was the early 90s when they'd test down here in January and December, January. There was a spot outside of the gate out there that I'd wait on some of the drivers to come out to go home, and I followed Richard enough and knew what he looked like, of course, and a lot of fans would sit at the gate and try to stop them there, and if some of the drivers had commitments to get to, or trying to get to a meeting or something, they didn't want to get stopped with 100 people standing there after autographs. So I came up with the idea to sit a couple of 100 feet out and watch them go by, and then I'd just follow them. Richard did it a few times, and then one day Richard come out and he saw us, and he beeped the horn, waved at me, and just waved to follow him. So I followed him out towards one of the restaurants that they stop and eat at, and he'd stop and get out and talk and get autographs, and did it several times with him. Another one of the firecrackers, I think it's the Firecracker 400 in 1982. Waddell Wilson, he was a crew chief, famous engine builder. He was with the J.D. Stacy 28 car, and they'd just hired Buddy Baker back to drive it. And they had a problem on the track late in the race. Something hit their windshield and collapsed the windshield on the car. They didn't have time to stop and change it. But they were out on pit road, loading the car on the truck. And of course, I was looking for Buddy Baker, didn't find him, but I saw Waddell Wilson, and I knew who he was. I started talking to him, about the engine and gear ratios in the rear end. So I guess it surprised him, because he took the time to sit and talk with me. And he ended up letting me get in the car, and they used to use a winch to winch it up into the back of the hauler. He let me sit in it while he steered it up into the hauler. So got a lot of fond memories of doing stuff like that. I was excited, the 1984 Firecracker 400, and I knew the president was coming in, Ronald Reagan. And before the race, when we're sitting in the stands, waiting, and some friends of mine, we were watching the Secret Service guys set up, and we could see their limos coming from across for the airport and all. And it turned out it was a good race. It was real hot, and Richard had one of the better cars that day. And I remember probably halfway through the race, Air Force One landing, watching it land going down the backstretch.
Air Force One carrying President Ronald Reagan as it lands at the airstrip just adjacent.
It was just about to land, and Richard Petty just happened to be going down the backstretch at the same time. And it turned out there's a poster that they used to make back then that showed the airplane in the background and Richard's car going, and he's zipping down the backstretch. And I remember Ronald Reagan on the MRN radio did a little bit of the race commentary with Ned Jarrett, and it turned out that's when Richard got his 200th win. Stuff like that. Like I said, get me to the race. I'll worry about getting home later. I'm still that way. I'm going to be here, or if I'm not here, I just go read the obituaries.